So we are presenting the research paper behind the mask computational study on anonymous presence on tutors. This paper basically presented by Keenan Jones, Jason Orsiners, and Susan Ali. The Bennu School of Computing and Kent Interdisciplinary Research Center in Cybersecurity, University of Kent. So I'm going to present this paper now. So in abstract, actually, the motto of this paper is to find out the anonymous person or member on the Twitter. So we know that the hacktivist group anonymous in public facing nature means not only the Twitter, there's only other platform like Facebook, Telegram or YouTube. We have seen a lots of account that is anonymous because there's no identity requirements. You can take any names. So basically about its papers in 2011-30s there are few members, they are prominent or influencer members arrested. After that there is a in drastic change in anonymous account are reducers. So we have used some ML techniques to identify and analyze around 20,000 anonymous accounts from 2008 to 2019, but this paper focus only 6 accounts. We have also removed one account because of some personal terms and condition of Twitter, and we use social network analysis to examine distribution of influence means how the most influence account anonymous account are uh, distributed over the networks. So let's take a history. Basically, anonymous account occurs from the site that is sharing image sharing site 4chan, and we have seen that they use some tag for group like offs and for members like a anon, or they mostly targeting the organization like Church of Scientology, security firm HB Gray, and government of USA and government of Australia. And in this paper, we have seen a lots of but related to politics and Donald Trump's paper uses the computational methods such as machine learning classifier and social network analysis and topic modeling. So ML classifier basically used to collect data set, and SNA used for finding out the most influencing prominent members, and topic modeling basically find out the which are the birds which are mostly related to the these accounts. So through these birds we find that cohesiveness among the birds and why they use these birds a lot. SNA and centrality measure map how influence distributed across anonymous networks means how they actually distributed among the networks and how their influence each occur on the networks, how they activate on the networks and how they attract other members to join a group. And we have also examine how network change over the times and group size decrease and increase. So the group size basically decreases because members left after arresting prominent members in 2013. After that we have seen a lot of drastical change in the network size even on the members. So basically this study is quite useful for cyber security expert and member of enforcement law community. So in background we have talked about their behavior, how they actually what are the behavior of these prominent members and anonymous group. So they have a behavior like lack of central authority. There is no any one person who is directing their group or anyone admin type things. There's nothing is found in the research, and no foundational ideology. They don't have any type of fixed objectives. They have a different type of ideology, conflicting motivations, and group advocating nihilism means they don't follow any type of religious things like that, and there's no idealism. They follow this like liberalism and freedom things like socialism, and they also use some prank words, and they have a freedom of speech. They mostly speech about politics and media things like that, and they have a nebulous natures. Members want to use brand that is freely available. They don't use anything related to the subscription something because if they use or subscribe something, they have must have to give some ID things like that. So they not use any type of subscription, they use just few things. And most important thing is found about them is that they have a strong public facing natures and capture more media attention. Means when there's anything news is available on the networks, they available all time and active all times. They mostly interested in the media things like means politics or anything news. And what is the work we have done now? So we have done like finding the key pillars in the network, like influencing members, anonymous members or dominant members. So this is just usually the centrality measure to access the influence of activists within networks. Means we find out the who is the prominent members. So there is a four type of algorithm used for finding the most influential members in the networks. So most influence node in the networks that's find through centrality measures algorithm, and we combine the social network graphs with measuring centrality to so because of this features. And there's also the case study about how ISIS on Twitter. Their tweet history is found and case study about that. And also there's a brief things about that how identify the difference between male and females on the networks in anonymous account. And finally we have done topic modelings to find out the most useful words that use in the documents. So we extracted them from documents, that is semantically. So we use LDA techniques that is called the latent translate allocation, so which is used to find out the core content of activity among those bytes. And that is also applied to the dark web carding forums where the members, anonymous members who steal the card of credit card, debit card of some other members, so we can easily find out them. So our contributions, so this paper is mostly contributing or focusing towards to identifying the prominent member anonymous account in the networks and how they influence the networks and how the network sizes change over the times. So in methodology, we have taken the large sampling of anonymous account and finding the most prominent members in the networks. So this is the data collection. So we have used two-stage snowball sampling to find out the five anonymous account. We have also found their sixth account, but due to Twitter terms and condition on privacy, so we removed or suspended that account from the our research. So to in two stage snowball sampling, we first find out the anonymous account and their friend and followers. After that we have find out the seed account and their friends and followers. So this is the procedure to find out the anonymous account and collecting the data set. So we have chosen five accounts and also sixth account that is called at the rate your and global mention in the NAS it all, but we have not included in the study. We have already given the reason why we have not included here. And extraction of friend and followers done using the Twitter standard search API. So we have total we know that there are total number of accounts currently on the Twitters are 20 billions and in December 2019. So to finding the anonymous account using some ML models, first we have to find out the account through automate identification. So we label these account through manually or automates. So first we find out some anonymous account, then we label them manually to train some other model. Then after the model find out those accounts which are not find out manually. So training set of model must contain positive anonymous account and must have a one anonymous related keyword, either user names, background cover or profile image. So labeling of these account we have done either manually or auto. So in 5.1 data collection we have find that after filtering 38,000 remained labeling 9,033 and 337 anonymous and their 29,351 real accounts. So actually these accounts have to train model to automatically identify anonymous account using SVM, decision tree, and random forest to find out the best performance using 5 cross validation. So we used skitland implementation to find out there are 62 features extracted from it, and two more matrices used like less Kincaid reading to reading score and Bardet for compounding sentiment analysis. And the list contains name, username, and skin name and description of account. And we have seen through our implementation that random forest have the highest accuracy, that is 0.94. So this is the data is given how they use the keyword in through anonymous account. So there are total 50,222. Among them, 8,846 manually labeled and 20,506 friend and followers of account manuals. So we have seen that random forest have the highest performance, better performance, and decision tree have a slightly lower than that, but SPM is not quite good for this research purpose because its accuracy, precision, and F1 score also not good. Building anonymous network and identifying influences. How actually anonymous network is built and how to identify their influences. So we know that SNA analytical techniques used to investigate social structure using graph theory concepts. So we already familiar with four techniques like and degree centrality, eigenvector centrality, and its variant page rank centrality and betweenness centrality. So among them, eigenvector centrality have a quite better scores to find out the find top influencer among them. So construct of social network analysis graph and centrality calculation using we used network x Python package. This is a package used by Python. After calculating the score, we normalize it and high score have the most influence network. So after that, finding the most influence network, we find out the which topic have a highest influence used by the most prominent members. We extract which topics from their tweets. So LDA, latent distillate allocation, this is a type of topic modeling algorithm that have a assumption that our documents contains mixture of different type of latent topics, and that topics contains their different type of distribution of bytes. So we mostly focus on the most prominent or important bytes which are repeating among different topics and different documents. After that, we find out their behavior and cohesiveness about anonymous members of that network. So LD work on the set of iteration and it uses Genism of Python implementations, and then we run the model over the variety of topics, not on the anonymous accounts. We mostly focus on the topics, and we use the USI topic coherence matrices to assess the quality of topics, means how a quality of that topics. So for that we have given some UCI topic numbers for particular accounts. In 1500 tweets of 6 accounts selected using Twitter Premium Search API, we have find that most recent tweets rather than particular times. Means we have focus on most recent tweet, not on the last tweets. And after collecting the tweet for each influencer account, we process them and remove the stop word and some Twitter specified like RT. And UTR we already know that we have to use to give the topic number and to the particular account. So this is the diagram is showing that which node have a highest influence and which node is mostly related with different networks and which node have a. So here darkness of node is color is showing that eigenvectors score, means how actually node have a durability and activeness and how it is actually influencing the network. So this is showing that through the darkness of the node, and the node size is showing that how node is actually connected with other networks. So this is showing that degree centrality score. So result and discussions. So we have find out that what number of account are actually most influencer anonymous account, and we have achieved using social network analysis and centrality measure techniques. So examining the influence in the anonymous networks, how actually they influence in the networks. So two-stage Stonewall sampling we have used on 20,506 anonymous account and their relevant metadata. Metadata means like उनका this we can say that total number of tweets and friend and followers and what are the relation between them. We have identified around 3,49,445 ages, and and also we have find out that how they actually influence each others, and there, it is also found out that there's no central authority and how prominent members influence the networks. Network change over the times and how actually group suffered the fragmentation means actually in 2013 the arrest of some prominent members. There's a reduction in the size of networks and decrease number of account anonymous account. So in this we have examining the distribution of influences. So we have seen that there are very few account who have the highest influence and there is large account which doesn't have any influence, and there's also the conflict that lack of central authority because there's some account who have driven them some most influence members, so we cannot say that there's a lack of central authority. And anonymous network over the times how their network is changed. So we have we better know account creation date and last date for the 20,506 accounts, and mostly we have seen that fragmentation after 2011 and 13 because of the arrest of prominent members in the networks. So this is the graphics showing for all of the four most influencing techniques for found out the which account is most influencing in the networks. So this is which algorithm is best. The eigenvector centrality score have the highest because in all algorithm except eigenvector centrality, this scores is slightly reduces when the number of accounts are engaged. And this histograph is showing for the how the number of account are increases or decreases with respect to the time. So for in 2007 there's a zero anonymous account, but in 2008 there's slightly 10 account is increased. 2009 there's around 200 or 300. In 2010 there's 400, but in 2011 we have seen around 2100 accounts are created. But in 2012 there's a highest number of accounts around 5,000 are created, but in 2013 there's some account created but rest of the some prominent members this slightly reduces to only 2,400 I think. After they we have seen a reduction not a increase. So in 2016 there's a only 1800 I think, but in 2019 there's a sankhya reduced to only 2500 25 and 250 or maybe 200 or 100 I think. So there's a how network size reduces and number of account also reduces with varying time after 2013 arrest of prominent members. So this is the data showing for the how the number of tweets is increase or decrease with respect to time. So year of the last tweet is showing on x-axis and the number of accounts showing on the y-axis. So in 2011 there's around 600 tweets by some anonymous account, but in 2012 this also increased. In 2013 there's a highest number of tweets increased to above 3,000, above the 3,000. But in 2013, arrest of prominent members reduces the number of tweets also. So in 2014, we have seen only 2,200 or 2,300 approximately number of tweets is found there. but in 2015 also increase, after that increase in 2016, again decrease, and 2017 decrease, in 2018 decrease, but in 2019 we have seen number of tweets are increased. This is the graph showing where how number of tweets for the particular account that's shown by our research. So we have find out only 6 account in which we have to remove one account because of the some terms and condition and privacy of Twitters. So we have seen that there's one account in 2011 is created and have the highest number of tweets as 1000. But after that its uh, number of tweets is reduces, but in 2013 I think it is arrested. So after that we have seen onwards 2014 to 2019 there's a zero number of tweets about this account. There's a one account, I think that's the new account in 2019. This is the highest in the around 1500 number of tweets is found in for this account. And account I think account D and account F have a they are created in 2015. They have increased 2016, but after that also their number of tweet are reduces. The account B have a highest tweet in 2016 around 1200, but after that also reduces because of the arrest. I think it is arrested. Same thing have like for the account C. So how to extract topic from the anonymous topics, anonymous tweets. So we have used LDA for extracting the topics and find out the which topic is most cohesive and consistent in the subject matter across influencer account. So we have extracted the most influencing account from 1500 tweets. So we have found out some keyword which are related to the particular account. Mostly they have discussed about politics. So account A is related with politics of USA and UK. The keyword used is Brexit, and mostly word that used that is Donald Trump EU copyright directive. Account B also used the politics same as A, but they have new word that is called net neutrality. And account C used the mostly were related to US politics and 2016 election and WikiLeaks, leak culture in general, and Turkey pre-assembly. They have used two words like Cope and Erdogan. So there's a story related to Erdogan emails directly failed Cope in the 2016 Greenberg. They also used the word of Icarus, so which is used to DOD's attack against the international bank. So this is word used by account C. Account D also use US politics, Donald Trump, leak data security, backdoor encryption, adverse Sweden, Snowdown, Guardian newspapers, PayPal, and donation. This is different. Account E also use politics, activism, protection against ACTA, Julian Assange, and WikiLeaks. Account F use the same as the above, whatever the word used by the above accounts. So we have seen the most highest keyword used in 2017-18, that is net neutrality, and the word that use mostly politics, especially US politics, and especially about Donald Trump. So there are two limitations of this research paper. First limitation is we cannot use Twitter standard search API. It have some limitation. And next thing is through we have to collect the large number of tweets for account. We have to need large scale project. So these are the limitation of this research paper. So we can conclude that they have a flat structure, but not always. Sometimes it's have a difference. And we have seen that after arresting of the prominent members in 2013, we have seen the reduction in the number of accounts and number of groups and number of users also. And their group is divided, fragmented in different parts, and members decreases. They mostly discuss the politics and sharing of information. So in future we have to focus more than 6 account and how to find the similarity of content between different anonymous accounts. That's the main motto. And we want to focus more than not only tutors but some other platforms like Facebook and YouTube. And we want to make the useful of this research to the law enforcement community and cyber threat intelligence community to find out the criminal group, and also planning to use ML and SNA and topic modeling to examining the behavior of these accounts. So these are the reference uh, used in this paper. So we have seen a lots of reference used here. Thank you.